Jay Bachelor, Hip Hop Weekly Magazine, H-Town. You know how we do. I love Houston in the wintertime, in the summertime, any time of the year because it's beautiful weather outside.
Yeah.
We're in the office, in the studio, doing photo shoots, doing interviews. Man, yo, it's good to have you here, bro.
Yeah, good to be here, man. Good to be here. Good to be here.
Thank you.
Shout out Hip Hop Weekly, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, you know, as I was telling you before the interview, what we really want to do is kind of introduce you to our online audience, our online family, as we call them.
Yeah.
So before I even get into my questions, man, introduce yourself and kind of tell us how you got into this whole hip hop thing.
Man, first coming out of H-Town, Houston, Texas, Katy, Texas, Alex D. Initially from California. I've been here in the H for about 10 years now. Met up with the homies, man, out of high school, middle school. I've known them for a while. And then we used to dabble in the music here and there. And eventually we saw it as something that could be real. So we decided to all just pursue our dreams. We're all solo artists, but we're all a clique and we all making strides to meet the right connections, meet the right people, be in the right places, and get the right exposure.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, kind of talk to us about, because the West Coast has been so monumental in their impact on hip hop. I mean, you saw the numbers that Straight Outta Compton did over the course of its theater run. And that just shows you that people love the story, they love what the West Coast has brought.
Yeah.
You're coming from the West Coast to the South, which you can't deny with Rap-A-Lot, UGK, all these Southern players. How does that work for you when you kind of mesh those two cultures together?
I don't necessarily use my Western influence when I came down to the South. I like to say that when I came to the South, that's where I found myself. So I kind of am the influences that influence my music right now are more so Southern influence than they would be Western influences. Plus, the people that I make music with, they're the ones who are inspiring me to be better. And I love that Southern culture, man. When I first came down here, one of my homeboys from A-Leaf played Zero, 25 Lighters. And I've been here for about a month or so about that time. But by the time he played that, I was like, man, I love this city. I love this culture. So there's more so, you'll hear a little bit of a Southern influence in my music as well. Shout out to Rap-A-Lot, UGK, and the OGs, man.
So guys like the Rap-A-Lot family, UGK and them, what was it about them specifically that was like, you know, that really kind of influenced you?
Man, it was just so different. Like coming from the West, man, everybody was mostly on that gangster music, but coming down here, things were all of a sudden moving slow. You had that, I heard hearing Chopped and Screwed for the first time. It was just different, man. And it was you can tell it was a culture. Everybody was like that, from the music to the regular day people. It was just something that I really messed with.
No doubt, no doubt. Now, how often are you recording music? How often are you in the studio?
Man, weekly, daily. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we always working, man. Mm-hmm. We're always working, man. Always grinding.
No doubt, no doubt. Now, you mentioned the guys that you create music with having an influence on you as well.
Yeah.
Tell us about your crew and what makes that dynamic work.
These guys, man, shout out to management. We work with a couple of guys that I went to middle school and high school with. Right now, I'm in a group called Los 80s, and I am the head leader of that group, Los 80s. Got a guy named DMT and a guy named Victor Bernard, and we make up Los 80s, but we also got Schematic B. You guys saw him here earlier, and he's with the whole entire label. We also got another guy named Marks Day, so it's about 5 of us, and we're a group of brothers, man. We're a family. Those guys, they seen me through my ups and downs, hardest and lowest, trenches and troughs. So, you know, they're like my brothers, man, and we've been grinding since day one, and we ain't gonna stop grinding.
No doubt, no doubt. You talk about they seeing you in your highs and lows, and the great thing about music is, even if I don't know you personally, I can hear your music and kind of understand your story and where you're coming from. So with that being said, what are 2 tracks that are currently online from you that our audience can hop online and check out, and what makes those 2 tracks special?
Man, if you go to my SoundCloud and if you type in just Alex D KTX, that's ALEXD KTX, Type that in, man. You'll find songs. You find one called "Flip It," and you'll find one called "What About Me." Just a couple tracks that express, especially "What About Me" expresses what I feel like I have to offer, what I feel like I can bring to the game, why I feel like I'm special, why I feel like I'm the one who should hold the crown. Just a couple things like that. And also, I got a couple albums out on my Los 80s Bandcamp. And Los 80s is the group. That's LOS80S. If you just type that in, you can pretty much find it on the internet, on Google.
Now, with so many artists doing their thing right now with the internet, everybody's putting out mixtapes and projects. What would you say it is about you as an artist that makes you unique?
First, I make a lot of my own beats, so a lot of the sound is completely original. And when I make music, ever since I was listening to music, it was always, whether it was Tupac growing up with my brothers, whether it was a West Side Connection, or whether it was some East Coast music or anything like that, man, I was always having fun with it. And it was always, I never was really the one who would listen to it just for the music, or just for the lyrics, or just for the beat. I would always listen to for the vibe that it gave. So I like to create vibes in my music, and I like to create auras and spaces. So I think I'm different and unique, basically mostly off of content and the fact that I make most of my music from the ground, from scratch.
You talked you talked about your musical family that you deal with, but how selective are you when it comes to collaboration with guys outside of your camp?
Man, I got a couple collabs with some great artists in Houston already. Got more coming, and a couple people have reached out for features as well. I'm 100% down with working with this city, man, because you got to make those connections, man. You got to work, got to get your name out there, got to get some exposure each and every way you can, man. Make these connections with these good artists, and then not just to make the connection, but just to keep spreading that good music, you know, and to support our own city. So yeah, I'm more than down with working with other people, man.
Absolutely.
Encourage it.
Now, as you kind of walk this journey of an artist, what are some of the perks or the things you like about this journey, and what are some of the challenges you face as an indie artist?
Man, some of the greatest parts are the fact that we get to create, man. We get to express ourselves. We get to be unique in our music, and we get to get our voice out there. And that's some of the greatest things, man. Having people get inspired by your music, having your words motivate other people. Most of it, like almost pretty much all the time, is priceless, man. The hardest parts, the lows, man, it's a lot of people doing it, man. So you gotta make yourself stand out. You gotta rise above all the hate, all the competition. You gotta push through it.
Now, when you say the hate, who you experience that from? Is that from other artists or just people into music? I mean, where is that hate coming from?
Most of it will come almost from people you know, people who see you grinding, people who see you wanting to live out your dreams, trying and striving to chase your dreams. A lot of people get comfortable in their own lives, so they see you wanting better, so they start to hate on you. They start to, because they've given up on their dreams, they'll say things like, "Oh, you can't do that because if I can't reach my dreams, you can't reach yours," and things like that. So, and whether it's that or whether it's from other local music artists, other local promoters, whether it's from anybody, man, who see you out chasing your dreams, you just got to push through that, man.
No doubt.
Don't worry about none of that.
And you're pushing and you're going. You talked to us about some tracks you have already out, but looking forward, what are some things that we can look forward to from you in the near future?
I got about four albums out right now, and that's on that Los 80s Bandcamp. You type that in. I have another project coming out in the summer. It's gonna be called Friday Night Rage 2. Friday Night Rage 1 is the first one. It's already out. You guys got the CDs. So Friday Night Rage 2 is going to be coming out, and I'm looking to get a DJ to host it, Houston DJ. I'm not sure which one yet, so I'll keep that. I keep my options under wrap, but it's going to be coming in the summer, man. It's going to be filled with a lot of hits, a lot of music with good vibes, And it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be a fun project for the people to hear.
Absolutely. You gotta send us that music when it comes out. Friday Night Rage 2.
Definitely.
Hit us up. We love to share it on the website. Share it on our social media.
Definitely.
You know?
Yeah. Y'all get it first.
Oh man, see, we getting it first. Hip Hop Week, gonna get that first. South by Southwest, man. You gonna be out there doing your thing?
Oh, most definitely, man. We was there last year, out in them streets and having fun performing. This year we're gonna do it a little different, and we're gonna be doing a couple street performances this year. But we definitely gonna be out there. More so towards the end of the week. Gonna be starting Wednesday, Thursday, and we'll be there all weekend, hitting the streets, man. We gonna be there promoting, passing out flyers, T-shirts, wristbands. We gonna be there.
Very dope. And for those who have never experienced something like South by Southwest, kind of explain to those people what makes that such a special place to be.
And I think when I went last year, that's my first time in Austin too. It's crazy, man. It's the streets is thick. It's like a club on the street. In certain places, it ain't no room to move. You bumping shoulders with everybody, but you can feel the energy in the air, man. And it's all for the love of the music. You'll see regular fans standing and walking next to big stars, man. Seeing stars in the street, dapping them up like it's nothing. And this is every day for a whole week. So it's just the energy, man, the vibe, the amount of people, man. It's a real festival, man. Shout out to Austin. Really love going there. And the town is like it's a music town as well. So all the bars, all the attractions and everything. It was just a great place to be, man.
Yo, before I let them go, man, hit us with your Instagram and your Twitter so we can keep up with you online.
Instagram, Twitter, and SoundCloud, they're all going to be the same. That's going to be at AlexDKTX. That's ALEXDKTX, all one word. And Los 80s is the Bandcamp. That's where the albums are. Extra Music, that's LOS80s.bandcamp.com. You know what it is. Alex D, Los 80s.
Hip Hop Weekly, Houston, Texas. And we out.
Houston.